Welcome to Movie Life Crisis. Join us as we watch the best movies from 30 years ago.
Coming September 24th, they've come from different worlds.
Football saved my life.
To pursue the same dream. This is the story of what it takes.
They're talking about how good I am under pressure.
We never mentioned this during recruitment.
To fight the pressure.
That's all you care about is the program. The damn program.
Face the pain. And survive the program. Rated R.
Wait, are we sure that's the trailer for the right movie?
Yeah, it didn't say anything about football, did it? Did it say football?
It didn't have a single recognizable line or any dialogue from any of the big name actors. I was like, holy, are they making a new one? It's the first time I heard
program. That. They come from different worlds.
To Disney Plus. Arnold Tortilla is.
Little tortilla.
Get down again. Movie Life Crisis Season 3, Episode 15.
15. I can't believe. Dude, Episode 15 already.
I think we're at like 60 plus episodes in total because that's a lot.
That's a whole lot.
A lot of content.
I don't like the word content, but yeah.
I know you love when I say content. Pumping out content for people. Coming right to your phones every 2 weeks, unless you're on Patreon, then you get extra stuff.
Tell them about the extra stuff.
The extra. Well, we just released our first Patreon requested movie, which is 1994's Fear of a Black Hat, the Spinal Tap style mockumentary about early 90s hip hop.
So funny,
just so weird and so dumb and so funny. Yeah. Don't shoot till you see the whites of their eyes. Whose eyes?
Yeah, thanks to Sean for that one. He showed us.
Yeah, shout out to Sean. Jesus, that movie is funny. Don't listen to that if you care about swearing, because we didn't edit out the F words and there's about 1,000.
1,000 million. Yeah, that was fun to do though. I liked it.
But yeah, you get bonus movies if you join our Patreon from different years. $5 a month is the base tier, and if you join one of the higher tiers, you can actually recommend a movie for us. But yeah, we did what we do: Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. We did this Fear of a Black Hat. Did Batman, the original 89 Tim Burton Batman. I think next up on Patreon is Uncle Buck. So we're working on that.
That's good stuff.
And then after Uncle Buck, I think we'll do Field of Dreams.
Man, I'm ready. I like those.
Yeah, but we're doing 89 movies on Patreon, so we're going in the other direction. Anyway, past the halfway point for 93, dude, we got still got some really fun movies coming up.
I was looking at the list. That's pretty awesome. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, as I was reading through the rest of our schedule, I was going, ooh, oh, that's gonna be great.
Yeah. I'm super excited,
dude. Same. Why do we pick this movie? Well, you don't even know if I've ever seen this, but I love this movie.
I can remember a lot of people loving this movie.
I think it's a very specific. Yeah, you had to have been a jock when this movie came out to really have loved it. And like I played football in high school and in college, and I thought then and still think now this is the most accurate college football movie that has ever been made.
Good, because I had a lot of questions about whether or not you were supposed to spit in each other's mouths before you went out onto the field.
I don't know about supposed to, but you definitely are allowed to. The NCAA doesn't care. They faked that, by the way. That was CGI.
I hope so. That was disgusting.
No, they did. Dude. I went through it. I got Varsity Blues is the best high school football movie. Any Given Sunday is the best pro football movie, and I think the program remains the best college football movie.
Better than Rudy?
No, Rudy is a better movie, but I'm saying accuracy's sake. I know Rudy is based on a true story, but that's not how college football goes. This, where the guy's injecting clean urine into his bladder so he can go pass a piss test, that's more like what the NCAA is actually like. And the alumni are shaking hands and passing off $100 bills.
Right. That's horrible.
I think this is still scarily accurate. It missed on a couple of fronts. They only have 3 coaches.
Yeah.
You know? Omar Epps is wearing Jabot. There's some stuff that was you probably would fix now.
So Jabots aren't cool? I got to go change something in my closet. I'll be right back.
In 93, the do-rag and Jabot and like Timberlands look was absolutely perfect.
I mean, not for us.
I don't think you want to go out now rocking that. Not for me. No. I had some Jabots. Did you have some Jabots?
I always liked how if I had something in my pocket, I had to reach down to my knee to get it.
Get your whole arm in there up to the elbow.
Oh, man. Yeah, dude, The only place you could buy Jabots that I remember were either Dillard's or that place that was over by K&B, by the Kmart that was right in front, whatever that was called. Harper knows what it's called. Fashion and something. That's the only place.
I wonder what was the thought process behind like, hey, we got to make jeans where the pockets are big enough you could put a bike pump in there.
I like a bike pump in my pocket, dude. I don't know.
What was the point of that? Like, if you need to get your wallet, you need help.
That's why you had the chain on it so you could pull it back up. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I wasn't. I didn't wear a lot of Jabots or Z Calvaricis, but I did have at least one pair of jeans.
I never had any. Didn't Z Calvaricis have like elastic around the ankles? I didn't
some
have
of them did. Normally, you just fold it over and tight roll them really tight, and that looked really good with the pleats in the front.
Jeans with pleats. Some of y'all don't know about that. Probably a lot of y'all actually. That's ridiculous.
Agreed. But dude, I did like a lot of the other outfits that the ladies were wearing. A nice pattern vest over a button-down shirt. That's a jean shirt buttoned all the way to the top with some high-waisted jeans. Yeah. That's a good look. She could teach third grade.
Social studies.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know when the outfits make 23-year-old Kristy Swanson and Halle Berry look not that good, that they're really bad
I don't
clothing.
know. Kristy Swanson, I can take her leave now that I know about her, but...
I'm saying, now that I know 2023, Kristy Swanson's political views, I'm not that interested. But I'm saying in
But
in the
Halle
90s,
Berry I still thought looked all right.
Things were very different. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You got to really have some bad clothes on to think 23-year-old Halle Berry looks all right.
Agreed. Touche, honky. That is the truth. That's the truth.
All right, give us a synopsis.
Do you want, by the way, do you want the regular synopsis that I just took from the internet or the AI that I had to type into like 5 different AIs to get one? It kept going, a program? You want a TV program? And I was like, no, God, is there a program named 1993? I was like, you're getting it wrong.
Dude, this movie is not built for the internet age because you have to type in to search for it, the program, and you get all of the internet as
they send everything back. So I got one. So let's say, the program, released in 1993, is a football drama centered around the competitive world of college football. The film follows players from fictional Eastern State University as they navigate the intense pressures of the game, deal with personal struggles, and confront the moral challenges that come with being in the spotlight.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that ain't bad.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. It could have been better. Well, I wanted him to talk about drinking and drugs and studying.
Yeah. Well, the movie talks about that plenty.
It does.
The writer-director David Ward, who also wrote Major League and then wrote Sleepless in Seattle, that came out the same year with Nora Ephron.
Yeah.
He said that what he wanted to do was like make a movie about college football that wasn't just like the movie ends when you win the big game. He's like, that's fine if that happens, but we need to talk about the steroids. We need to talk about recruiting. We need to talk about if they're going to class and study, and like I want to get into all of that stuff.
Yeah,
that's what he wanted to do, which actually is one of the things I really liked about this movie and still like about this movie.
Yeah, I agree. By the way, did they make it to a bowl game? They never even showed the bowl game, did they?
Yeah, they made it to a bowl game and they didn't even show it.
Yeah, okay.
Like the movie ends as they win their conference title and become eligible for the bowl.
Right.
Because there's no college national championship in 1993, so I guess you win the conference, you go to a bowl game, and the bowl game's like bonus football that no one cares about.
Extra bonus football. Yeah. Yeah, cool. Dude, to be honest, like I think we've talked about this, maybe not on here, but like you play like 2K. I love playing the games. When it's afterwards and I got to go sit in the coach's office and answer questions, I'm like, can I just skip past this? I don't want to do this. Oh, you got to go show up at a car wash and take pictures. All you got to do is click the B button 3 times. I don't even skip to the next game. Like I don't even want to.
Yeah.
So the part of me when I watch these movies like this and it's behind the scenes, I'm like, nah, I don't care. Like I don't care how the sausage is made. I just want to see the cool stuff. But then, like we always talk about,
there's something that you might really enjoy though. I'm going to recommend to you. It's regular football.
Yeah, watch that. But this is the thing.
Yeah, because that's all it is just the games.
Yeah, I know. And I like that. And I can watch that fairly often. But when I'm like hanging out with people and they want to talk about like salary caps and like what people are doing outside of the, like, I don't care about that.
I'm the opposite, man. I'm so much more interested in like how NBA teams are built and what people contracts are and playing time and rotations. And then when the game comes on, I'm like, this is fine, I guess. But afterwards, I can't wait to talk about whether they're going to change their big man rotation for the next game.
No, I like if it's just like, hey, you think they're going to change? You think they should play this guy more? I understand going, yeah, that's cool. But I can fill a 30-minute show with what I need to talk about all the way until the next week of football. These people are talking like 24 hours, 7 days a week, all about football on the NFL channel. And I don't know how they do that. Like,
I think the way they do it is they get paid 7 figures to talk about football all day on the NFL channel.
Yeah, I'm sure I would find a way to figure out to talk about that too. But I'm saying like...
You definitely would. I couldn't anymore. I like when Jimmy Graham got signed to the Saints, I had to text some people and go like, is Jimmy Graham still playing football or is this like a practical joke?
Is this another Jimmy Graham? Jimmy Graham Jr.?
Dude, I watched parts of 2 Saints playoff games in the last like 3 or 4 years. It's the only football I've watched at all.
Yeah.
So I have no idea who's doing, like Dad tries to talk to me. He's like, hey, what do you think about the Saints? I'm like, I don't think I can even name a single player. Like, is Drew Brees still there?
Jeez.
No, I don't.
You know Drew Brees isn't there. But I'm saying like, I like watching the Saints, but dude, I don't even get emotional about it anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
All right, budget. This movie had a budget $15 to $20 million, somewhere in that range. I couldn't pin down the exact number, but $23 million gross. Number 66 on the year, which sounds pretty bad, but is also more than Life with Mikey and So I Married an Axe Murderer put together, and we might do both of those movies.
I like both of those movies better than this.
I really like. I think we said we're not doing Life with Mikey, so we can do For Love or Money.
Yeah,
just because
you can't double up on
multiple $10 million Michael J. Fox movies. Let's just pick one. I love that song. Me too.
What were you playing? Oh man!
But yeah, so if you go down to like the grossing movies, like if you go through the top 100, you can get into the 80s and I can at least still find something and go, ooh, I remember that movie.
Yeah,
like, I would watch that.
Yeah, dude, you know how I roll. I'm trying to go through Plex and delete some movies that I have, and I'm like, oh, better not delete that. I might want to watch that one day. Oh, it didn't make any money, and it's 3% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's all right. I still kind of like it.
You know, and everybody listening probably knows that we like to pick movies for the podcast that we like and not just go straight down and do the 25 highest grossing movies of the year.
That's no fun.
I think we probably can move pretty quickly through awards and sequels.
No awards, no sequels.
Any. Yeah.
I didn't see any.
Yeah. And do you remember when you first saw this movie?
About a week ago, week and a half.
Yeah. Well, I thought you said you'd seen it one time before that.
I don't think I have. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I only saw clips. Yeah. And like, to be completely honest, there was part of me that was like, oh, I remember there was like some sort of like problem with this. Like it was some kind of issue and they had to fix it because like people were laying down in the street. But I was like, holy shit, let me look that up. So then I look it up and I found the clip and I'm watching the clip and I'm like, that wasn't even in the movie I just watched because they took it out. And now I know. I guess maybe we should talk about that, huh?
There was a scene that came out and when the film first released of the players, like the star players like Alvin Mack and Joe Kane, like laying in the middle of a divided highway, like on the dividing line, just laying in the middle of the road. It's supposed to show how like crazy they were.
On the double yellow line.
With cars with cars like whipping past them. And then after the movie released, apparently some kids tried that and got killed. And so Disney pulled the film, recut it, and re-released it without that scene in it. And it never, like it's kind of hard to find. I mean, it's on the internet now because everything is, but it wasn't on the DVD. Like when it came out streaming, it's not on the streaming, any of the official streaming versions.
Yeah, the places that you could only find it is if some people had it recorded off of VHS because it was on a television spot. And then the Hong Kong Laserdisc and the Australian DVD release both had it.
Yeah, it's like the original theatrical Star Wars movies that Lucas has redone so many times. It's kind of hard to find the original theatrical releases.
Yeah, you need to go to...
and that's for freaking Star Wars, which is one of the biggest movies ever, which this was not.
Yeah, this isn't. And I could see how kids would want to imitate that, I guess. They make it look kind of cool, but like, and scary. And when you're a young kid and you're a jackass, that looks like something that might be fun to imitate. But dude, I could also see why they pulled it.
The writer-director said, David S. Ward, said that after the scene had been cut and the movie was re-released, he's like, turns out that those kids that had gotten injured or had gotten killed, like they had been doing that before the movie came out. So he's like,
nice.
So like we felt better because it turned out it wasn't our fault necessarily, but still, I never pushed for them to put the scene back in because I didn't want to risk anyone else doing something dumb and getting injured.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah. I think I only saw clips, so I had never watched the whole thing.
I don't remember when I first saw this because it was rated R, but I probably saw it in high school because, again, I played football in high school and in college. I know I owned it on DVD because I distinctly remember like holding the DVD case.
Yeah.
But I think I would have seen it on video, but I don't think I owned it. I think I must have just maybe they played it on TV or on movie channels, or maybe I rented it. But I mean, there are movies that, like, especially if you take bus trips, like in college,
Right.
you watch movies on the bus.
Everybody, let's watch.
There aren't that many football movies, so we watched.
You don't want to
all
watch
of them.
Necessary Roughness on the way to a football game, then you don't play as well. Dude, I don't. I can remember people talking about it. I can remember like Thad and Chris talking about it and watching it, but I don't think I'd ever seen the whole thing. Clips is all I've seen.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, dude, tell us what you rated it, since this is your first time ever seeing it, and now you're grown.
Now that I'm grown, and I can't give it a 7, right? No,
Yes.
no sevens.
Still no sevens.
Still no sevens. That's good because I'm giving it a 5.5.
Oh, nice. That's better than I would have thought.
Yeah, I don't know. Something about it irked me.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. And the whole behind the scenes thing, again, I don't really need to see how the sausage is made. I could see the appeal to it for some people. I don't know. I just had a lot of questions when I left. I wrote them all down in case you can answer them, but I had a lot of questions.
I don't know if I can answer them, but I definitely want to hear some of them. This we have to move quickly through the best because I actually have some worst here I need to talk about.
Oh boy, me too. Okay, good.
Which I think we'll be able.
What did you rate it? What did you rate it?
I got it 6.5 out of 10.
Oh, geez, that's way lower than I thought.
Well, again, no sevens. I do think it's still really good. We talked about this when we did Rookie of the Year. Why is it so easy to make good baseball movies and so hard to make good football movies? This is a good football movie. They're just not that good.
Yeah.
But what it is it's got a surprisingly good cast. Like James Caan, Omar Epps, Kristy Swanson, Craig Sheffer, the guy from River Runs Through It, Andrew Bryniarski, who is in Necessary Roughness, Batman Returns, Hudson Hawk, Halle Berry, who just is coming off a Boomerang. Joey Lauren Adams is in a little bit of this.
Yeah.
She's credited as Joey Adams. She's pretty young.
Yeah.
It's got a really good soundtrack, which I didn't remember. And I actually liked that a couple of the main characters, like at least 3 of them, had legitimate arcs from the beginning of the movie to the end of the movie.
Right.
And it was the first movie that I had ever seen that really went deep into the kind of underbelly of big time college football, which now 30 years later, no one is surprised that college football players are getting $100 handshakes and taking drugs and hiding it from the NCAA. But in 1993, that was not out there as a thing that everyone knew about.
Right. It was definitely more hidden. I can remember working with a kid that played on Southeastern's team when they came back, and he was like, "Yeah, I'd have a good game where I have like a fumble recovery, a forced fumble, a fumble recovery, and like 6 tackles, and they'd have like $500 in an envelope in my locker when I got back in there." I was like, "What?"
Right.
It's like, yeah, it happens all the time.
And dude, and not only does it happen all the time, but maybe I cared about that in 1993, but now I'm going, good. You should get some money.
Different. Yeah.
You're making billions of dollars. You should get some of that money.
Yeah. Agreed. We'll talk about that when we get to the.
So I couldn't go to 8 because it just didn't feel like an 8.
Right.
But 6.5 I think is totally legitimate for me.
Cool. Then I feel all right about my 5.5.
All right, let's do scenes. What's your first scene?
My first best scene was when Jefferson fumbles Darnell Jefferson, Omar Epps. Yeah. He's got to carry the ball around with him all the time, and the other football players have to try to knock it out. It's to teach him to not fumble. And he's in class, and the ball goes rolling down the aisle, and they all jump off. They're all trying to get the ball. All the football players are in the same class, it seems like.
Yes.
And they're all trying to get the loose ball.
Dude, that one's on my list as well. First, real quick, Darnell Jefferson is an amazing running back name. Like if I was gonna make a creative player on Madden,
Darnell Jefferson.
I could easily use that. That's such a great name.
It sounds pretty racist when you say it like that. I don't know why. Darnell Jefferson is the worst swimming name ever. No, wait, that's racist. You can't say that.
Yeah, next time I play Madden swimming, I'll create Darnell Jefferson and create a player. This is fun. We should do this. We're old white guys. We should talk about if it's racist for me, a white man, to create a black running back on Madden create a player, because I truthfully don't know the answer.
I don't know. It doesn't.
When I go to Taco Bell and they only give me mild sauce, is that racist? Because I don't know the answer to that either.
That is not racist. That is accurate.
Because it is accurate, but it feels racist.
Yeah, I'm with you.
No, dude, that scene's great. That's on my list. He during the first practice, he fumbles the ball, and the coach is like, "Hey, Jefferson, great run. Imagine if we still had the football." He's like, "You take this football, you carry it with you everywhere." And he like tells the whole team, he's like, "If anyone but Jefferson brings his football back to me, you're going to be in a world of hurt." And so he's just like carrying it around campus, carrying it like a loaf of bread.
Yeah,
and
even in the game, he carries it like a loaf of bread.
I know, man. I said carry it like a loaf of bread 5 times out loud while I watched this movie.
Which
great. Won't make sense to anyone until 1999 when Any Given Sunday comes out.
Right. No, they get it.
Someone knocks it out from under his arm during a class. Also, that's legit. Football players do all take the same classes because those are the professors who are giving A's to football players.
Of course they do.
And like 10 people start diving over desks and trying to run down this football, and the professor's just like old guy wearing a like sleeveless vest. And he has no idea what's going on. And then, like, there's a huge pile up. The table gets knocked over. Jefferson, Omar Epps, comes up with the football, and he just goes like, "I dropped my ball."
Yeah, no, that was a good scene. That was a good scene.
I think about that all the time. Anytime I'm watching football, which, as we've established, is never, and someone fumbles, I'm thinking like he's gonna have to carry that football around everywhere.
I think when I think of a football movie that I like, and somebody fumbles, I think of Remember the Titans when Denzel's yelling at the kid, "Why are you dropping my ball, Petey?" And he's like pointing at him, and "I will break my foot off in your John Brown hindquarters." Like I like it.
Oh man, when's Remember the Titans? Is it 97 or 98? I'd love that movie.
I don't know. It seems like it's later than that. I don't know. I like that movie. That's in my top football movies.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Because I like the actual football in that movie. Like, you know how we always talk about, like, the people who are the people who are trying to play football in these movies are the people that were in the drama club, and now they're trying to pretend to be football players. I don't know why I believed it more when we were during Remember the Titans.
Well, it's funny that you say that because I legitimately think this was the first football movie to do what A League of Their Own did, and what why can I not think of Woody and Wesley playing basketball?
White Men Can't Jump.
White Men Can't Jump did, where they actually cast people who could play the sport in the movie.
Yeah.
Because
the football looked good in this.
Well, that's what I'm saying. When they cast this, they actually did like all of the extras were football players, either college or semi-pro football players, and all of the actors had to go through like a training camp before they could get cast.
That's awesome.
And then the guy who shot it was a football player for USC, the cinematographer. So they made a real effort to make the football look real. And they said like the guy who played Alvin Mack, Duane Davis, was like, I had a stunt double, but I was doing almost all of it because I played college football.
Yeah, he's pretty big.
Like, yeah, he's freaking huge. So like the football in Remember the Titans is good, but this is kind of one of the first ones where and remember that became a thing in Any Given Sunday too. It's like Oliver Stone's figured out all these ways to make the football. Every time you made a football movie, it had to be like, the football's super realistic. I promise.
Yeah. Can't be Point Blank. No. What was the movie with Keanu throwing the football?
Yeah, Point Break.
Point Break. That's right. Yeah. Dude.
Yeah, I think Craig Sheffer went to the Keanu school of throwing the football because they said that he kept asking to like do the football scenes, and the director kept having to tell him like, no, you're not good at it. We have a guy who actually was a college football player as your stunt double. He's the one throwing it because he looks like he knows how to throw a football.
He could be a Heisman candidate.
Did I also think about, by the way, when he carries the football everywhere? I think about the Pistol Pete movie where he like slept with the basketball in his bed.
Yeah, Pistol, the one that was filmed in Hammond.
The one that was filmed in Hammond. The one that maybe only you and I ever saw, because like you can't even find it on the internet anymore. But I saw it a bunch. I had it on tape.
It's really good. Craig's uncle's in that.
Nice.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I'm sure we could get him to come and talk about it if we wanted
to. I could call him right now if you need to. I think I have his number still.
Yeah, we could go on by his house anytime.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's also on one of my scenes, that carrying the football everywhere.
So what's your first not that scene?
My first scene before that was the first football practice that leads up to that scene.
Is it the training montage thing with Welcome to the Jungle in the background?
I was trying to remember if Welcome to the Jungle was over the first, but I just remember the first practice. Like they're wearing the old practice jerseys that are like mesh.
Yeah, so you can like see the holes
underneath them. They're all wearing like high top Adidas. Clearly Adidas like sponsored this movie.
Right.
And they have the huge freaking round neck rolls that look like something you'd use at a pool.
That's what I actually make my guy look like when I make Madden. When I play Madden and I have a guy, it doesn't matter what he's got, the neck roll. I just do the one bar across the front like a kicker in the 70s. It's great.
Dude, I know, and you know, and probably, and Will knows, but I don't know if anyone else knows that when you make a player for a game like that, you spend most of the time changing that player's outfit and not playing the games.
I get it exactly like I want. And then I'm like, oh, wait, we still have to play? Yeah, I'm totally with you. I remember playing Borderlands with y'all.
Yes, exactly. But dude, that first practice, Darnell Jefferson, Omar Epps, he's the running back, and it's so dumb, but he's talking during all of his runs.
Yeah,
he's like doing spin moves and Alvin Mack is talking. They're all talking during the plays, and I don't know why, but I just always remember that. I
put that in my worst, actually. Like the voiceovers that they do in movies like this, I never really liked it. And I am somebody who used to talk while we would play basketball on Sunday nights, doing my own play-by-play.
I've never played college basketball, obviously, or professional basketball, definitely, obviously. But people talk a lot more playing basketball than they do playing football. Because I played a lot of football, and you have a mouthpiece in. You're not able to talk unless you're Tom Brady. And then you're saying stuff like Blue 72 said hut.
Right.
Like, the whole, like, even the water boy's like... Even though he was discourteous to me recently, I would still have to say Captain Insano. Like people, there's not that much talking on a football field during the play because you have a mouthful of mouthpiece.
I totally could see that. I don't, I've never played football. That's not for me.
But yeah, no. So I think Welcome to the Jungle wasn't that scene. Omar Epps is like doing his spin moves and like talking shit. He fumbles the ball. He has to carry the football everywhere. The coach like gets really mad at Lattimer because he's trying to tackle too high, and he's he's talking to him, and Lattimer, the guy who plays him, is huge. He's like 6'5". So James Caan is like telling him, he's like grabbing him by the, he's like, you stop with that, highlight bullshit. He's like, I want you to take your helmet, and he punches him in the chest and put it in his chest, and I want to see nothing but snot bubbles.
Yeah, and then at the end of the movie, when he hits that guy, there's the snot bubbles coming out. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and then straight after that practice scene is when Joe Kane walks through the locker room and meets Kristy Swanson. So I was trying to count those two together because neither of them were good enough on their own.
Yeah. So you liked when he met Kristy Swanson?
Yeah, because that part was he like walks through the locker room wearing like skinny jeans and cowboy boots, and she's in there working out with a knee brace on, and he's trying to talk to her. So he like sits down in his full like I'm going to the bar outfit and starts doing lat pull downs, like staring right at her, like how's it going? Is he just trying to tone?
Oh, see, I put in there after that as a bonus scene for me was when they went and played tennis. And he was dressed like the older brother from Goonies. And she was playing tennis in high-waisted jean shorts. And I was like, Jesus Christ, I would be my inner thighs would be ground meat. There's no way I'm running that much in jean shorts.
If I tried to play tennis in jean shorts, my crotch would spontaneously combust. It would just catch on fire from friction.
And then he loses and he's like, play another sport or go out with me. I'm like, what? Is that how you do that?
That's definitely an early 90s thing where it's like you have to like trick a woman into going out with you. It's like, you got to beat me in a sport or I'm taking you out on my motorcycle. And she's like, what? All right, I guess I'll see you tonight.
I guess I don't have any choice. I guess I'll do that since you are still in college and you're obviously 32 years old.
Everyone else was pretty close to the right age. But yeah, Craig Sheffer was 33 when this movie
33.
came out.
Yeah, I was guessing 32. He looked older.
Yeah, he'd been on the river with Brad Pitt fishing, so he had a lot of sun. Yeah, what's your next scene?
All right, so I had when he fumbles the ball for the first one, and then I had that training montage, and I think we're talking about the same one.
Yeah.
So those
That's
are my
first
two.
Practice.
Right, and then for third, I just had all of the football scenes because I thought they were really pretty good. Like the
football was great.
I think it looked good. It looked good.
Yeah. My third scene is Alvin Mack. It's really two scenes back, but they're meant to cut one from the other. He's talking to his tutor. He's the star middle linebacker. He's going to be a high NFL draft pick, and and the tutor's like, it's just meant to show how much he doesn't give a shit about school. Because the tutor's like, who fought in the Punic Wars? He's like, I don't know, Detroit and Buffalo. Yeah. And he's like, Alvin, you're going to be tested on this. And then it is immediate cut to the film room, and the coach James Caan is going, He's like, all right, Alvin, Mississippi State offense, 2nd and 2 on their own 24. What defense do we call? And he goes, Eagle Zipper Hero, unless the back shifts into the eye.
Oh,
and it's like 5 minutes of him like spitting out defensive calls. And it's like, actually, this guy's not dumb. He just doesn't give a shit about school because he's going to play professional football.
Is he, though?
Is he, though? Spoiler alert. He's not. He hurts his knee.
Yeah, blows his knee out.
But I really like that they just do that. Like, this guy's like, it's not that he doesn't care. It's not that he's dumb. It's that he doesn't care about school because he doesn't need to.
Right. But
he
honestly,
actually knows a lot about football.
I mean, I know who fought in the Punic Wars because I teach that.
Right.
But do you need to know who fought in the Punic Wars?
No, you definitely don't need to know that. You also don't need to know what to do against Mississippi State, 2nd and 2 on their own 24. But the point that the movie's trying to make that I really liked is that this guy's not dumb.
Right.
He just is spending all of his energy
learning football.
Thinking about football.
Right. Right. And that's a good call.
Because there's a lot of times where it's like, oh, the athletes are just coasting through school. It's like, yeah, they totally are because they're making the school millions and millions of dollars on the football field. They don't care about school, and I don't care that they don't care about school.
Right.
But I think it's good to not give into the stereotype that this guy actually is dumb as a box of hammers. It's like, no, he's pretty smart. He's just thinking about football all the time.
Who did fight in the Punic Wars? Do you know?
Oh, I have no idea.
It's
Greece,
Rome, and Carthage.
Cool. Are any of those in Greece?
Hannibal Barca, man. Phoenicians. Yeah,
Great.
He's awesome. He's my favorite. One of my favorite people in history is Hannibal Barca.
I'm just going to mark this clip so I can delete it out later.
Yeah. Do you want me to just talk for the rest of the hour on that? Because I got some good stories. War elephants, man. War elephants.
I do like war elephants. Now I'm going to have to delete it out because you just yelled about war elephants.
Leave it in.
All right, cool. Is that the end of your scene?
Yeah, I got no other scenes.
All right, dude. My first quote, which I still think applies to almost every football game, is, are you injured or are you hurt?
Yes, that's what I got. And then he's like, what do you mean? He's like, well, if you're hurt, you can still play, but if you're injured, you can't. So are you hurt or are you injured? And he's like, I think I'm just hurt.
Yeah, that's Omar Epps, Darnell Jefferson. That's such a genius quote that I have thought about a million times since then.
That is literally the only quote that I have.
Nice.
I don't have any other ones.
I have one more really good one, and then I have one I don't think is all that great. The other one is Kristy Swanson. After Joe goes in his cowboy boots and does some lat pull downs while talking to her, and he insults her 4 times. He's like, hey, go out for a drink with me. And she's like, I don't go out with football players. They're all full of themselves. And I saw you on the cover of Sports Illustrated, so you're probably worse than most.
Worse than most. Boy, she was right.
I was like, God, that's a great quote.
Yeah. Yeah, I still have more questions. We'll get there. Keep going. What's your last one that's not that good?
Yeah, and also, spoiler alert, he was worse than most.
Yeah, he was.
The other one I had was, these are just ties between things they say during the football games that I don't think, they're dumb, but people say dumb stuffs in football huddles, I promise. One of them is Alvin Mack, who always says, kill them all, let the paramedics sort them out.
All right.
And then Joe Caan says, let's put the women and children to bed and go looking for dinner.
Yeah, he says it a bunch. So
that's what they both say that a bunch.
Yeah, that's my question though. So do people say stuff like that in the huddles?
I don't remember anyone trying to get a catchphrase out, but people definitely said dumb stuff. But if someone kept saying the same thing over and over again, I'd be like, again with that? I'm not inspired anymore.
I'm trying to bring it. I'm trying to make it happen.
My favorite thing that anyone ever said in a huddle is during the first 49ers Super Bowl. They were not yet a dynasty, and they were down, and it was getting into the fourth quarter, and they got into the huddle, and Joe Montana just pointed into the stands. He's like, "Hey, this is John Candy." And then all the 49ers offense realized he wasn't nervous at all, and they went down and scored, and they won.
That's awesome. Joe Montana was pretty good.
Joe Montana. Yeah. So those are the quotes I got.
That's good. Dude, I was having trouble finding quotes that I really liked. I put both of those quotes that you put at the end as just questions. Do they really say, let's put the women and children to bed and go look for dinner? What does that even mean?
I don't know. Maybe football on offense is only for grown men and not for women and children. I don't know.
Yeah, put them to bed and then go look for dinner. And that bitch better have cooked it for me. And it should be out on the table.
Or else I'm going to throw her off the back of my motorcycle, which is fine because she's wearing a helmet and I'm not.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah, let's do characters then. There's not a lot of great quotes. There's one amazing quote, and then there's a couple.
That's the one I picked. Right. Yeah.
Who's your first character?
First character, Halle Berry. Because even in 90s clothes, she was still good looking. Bring back the suit jackets over the patterned
Like
vest.
crocheted sleeveless vest.
I like how you say sleeveless vest like an ATM machine. I think I think vests don't have sleeves. Isn't that a thing?
Yeah, you might be right about that. Maybe that's why they're vests. Probably don't need the sleeveless part in there.
The Department of Redundancy Department.
What's the right? Oh, sweater vest. That's what it's called.
Sweater vest, yes. But some of these weren't sweater vests. They were like the
No,
silky
she had,
stuff
like,
on the back and the
Yeah. She had
pattern
like
on the
the
front.
embroidered,
Yeah.
vest
With a
Sit
button
next to
down
you, so we
jean
already knew
shirt
that.
all the way to the top. Tucked in. Speaking of tucked in, man, Lattimer would like to tuck his stuff in. All of it. All of it. No, I put Halle Berry because I just liked her. That's it. I just liked her. Her character was fine, I guess. I don't know. She was cheating on her man, but he was kind of a jerk.
I wasn't real sure if what their status was because she caught him with a white girl, and then so she kissed Omar Epps, and then he came back around in the fall, and they were kind of together. She had maybe forgiven him, but then she decided she was mad at him, and then I couldn't tell if they.
Yeah, I
couldn't really tell the relationship status.
Keep up. Also, Omar Epps just wanting to kiss people after. Thanks for giving me that tour. How about some tongue? Like he just like shot his shot right there. Jesus. Okay. I guess if you're Omar Epps, you can do that.
You should go and ask some of the star football players at the high school that you teach whether or not that's realistic. And I will not be surprised at the answer. You might be.
Maybe I can just ask their babies. Dude, I just can't imagine like doing that to somebody. Being like, thanks so much for showing me around.
This has been a fun 2 hours that you got paid for. How about now we make out?
Excuse me, ma'am. Do you know where the toilet paper is? It's on aisle 7. All right, come here. And you just mug down on her.
Let's seal this with a kiss. Thank you for that service. All right, cool. So you like Halle Berry because Halle Berry is Halle Berry. That's great.
That's why I picked her. Autumn Haley. And her last name was Haley, just spelled different.
Yep. My first one is Omar Epps, Darnell Jefferson.
The best running back name.
He's pretty new, man. It's a great running back name. I don't know if that's racist. Jeff says maybe it is. I don't know why it would be, but I just think Darnell Jefferson is a great name.
Dude, it is. It is.
He's pretty new to acting. He's 20 in this film. He was in Juice the year before this, and he's a year away still from playing Willie Mays Hayes in Major League 2.
Oh, so good.
But I just thought he did a really good job, man. He's in a bunch of scenes with Halle Berry, and Halle Berry has a Best Actress Oscar, like not now, but down the road. And he's better than she is in those scenes, like head to head with someone we know is going to turn out to be an amazing actress.
Right.
Like Omar Epps is good, man. He's doing a good job.
I like him in a lot of the things that I've seen him in. There was one that he was in, Mod Squad, like the TV show remake movie. It was god awful with Giovanni Ribisi. I loved Omar Epps in that, man. I thought he was so cool.
Yeah, man. I like Omar Epps. I like him in The Wood, loving basketball, Major League 2. Like he's good.
Yeah, he is good. I liked him. He was my second pick also, by the way.
Nice. The Wood, 1999. I'm going to set on my calendar, like, let's see if we can get Omar Epps to talk to us about The Wood.
I'll take any of those guys to talk to. I love that movie.
I do too. Ain't nobody cooking your ass grits.
Where the bathroom at? Yeah, great movie.
My second one is Craig Sheffer as Joe Kane.
Yeah, I didn't put him.
Honestly, man, there's a bunch of, I didn't think, everybody was doing a good job. Nobody was like, wow, they really blew me away.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't think Craig Sheffer is lighting the world on fire, but he's solid. Like I think it's really good casting for him because he's like a B-level leading man with limited range, and this is a B-level movie where he's not asked to show a lot of range.
Right.
So, but like it's an important part. Like he can't throw the football. I mean, he can throw the football, but not as good as the guy who actually played college football, who was his stunt double.
Correct.
But he's he's the lead character of the movie, and I thought he was fine. Like he was good. There was never a point where I was like, God, I'm so annoyed. I wish they'd put somebody better. Than this in this part. And we watched Point Break, and I wish they'd have put somebody other than Keanu in that part. And everyone loves that movie and Keanu.
Everybody.
So I'm going to recognize Craig Sheffer.
That's good.
But yes, as we said, he's 33 playing a college junior. Standard Hollywood nonsense.
Welcome to Greece.
Dude, also he's a Heisman candidate, star quarterback, and he lives in the dorms?
Yeah, of course he does. This is 1993, man. They're not even allowed to have jobs.
Well, he had a motorcycle.
Yeah, but that's because he stole it from his dad, the drinker. I don't know, dude. I got nothing.
All right, who's your next character?
The next character is the only person I thought did a really good job acting, and that was Lattimer.
Yeah.
I thought he did a fantastic job.
He did.
Sure, he was a huge dude. And he tucked his shirt in all the time, and he wore weird face paint, and he was a freaking roid head that went crazy, but he was still likable. And that's what I liked about him.
Andrew Bryniarski plays Lattimer, and he did a great job of portraying, frankly, a kind of awful person who was totally roided up. He was like smashing his head through car windows. He tried to rape a girl. Like he was.
That girl was so. I don't know if he was really big or she was really tiny or both. That chick looked tiny.
He's for sure really big. He's 6'5". So like, I might look like that standing next to him in this movie because he's enormous.
He was like picking her up and throwing her, and I was like, oh my god, that is like a little child.
Yeah, I don't think I could throw my toddler who weighs 30 pounds the way he was throwing that full-grown woman around.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. But I really liked what he did.
He was really good. I think it's good to recognize someone who does a really good job of portraying an awful human, and he did.
Yeah, and dude, like when he was supposedly supposed to quit, but then went back to it, and then he went crazy and hit the guy in the snot bubbles, and he comes on the side, and James Caan's looking at him, doesn't even need to say anything. And you could see him, he's looking at him with his crazy freaking roid eyes. And then he just looks down at the ground because he knew like he let James Caan down and then went and cried on the bench, like, quote, tears of joy. Like that's what the announcer said. Dude, I thought he did a great job. I was like, he made me believe all of the things that he just did.
Yeah, he totally did. Also, I thought that was I had to go back and rewatch that because I was trying to figure out, he's sitting on the bench after the game where they win the conference championship. The announcers think he's crying tears of joy, but really he's very upset.
Right.
And I had to go, I'm like, did James Caan like kick him off the team and I missed it? And it's like, no, he just looked at him and he was disappointed because he knew that he was back using again.
Right.
And he's just like sitting there trying to like deal with that. I was like, dude, that was actually a pretty well done moment because they could have been a lot more heavy handed about that.
Yeah. And dude, I am a huge sissy. So like my dad would be like, I'm very disappointed in you. I'd start crying right then. My sister, she's like, you're going to be really mad when you see the other stuff that I did. Like, same thing with my kids. Jake, he'll cry at the drop of a hat if he knows we're upset with him or he disappointed us. But like Cece, she's a serial killer. She's got the crazy roid eyes. She's not gonna.
Yeah, she's painting her face like like it's Halloween, smashing her head through car windows.
Oh wait, I recognize you.
Starting defense, a place at the table. Yeah, by the way, the announcers were using the exact same microphones that you and I used to record our podcast.
I did see that. And you know what else I noticed? There was one point where it was fourth down in the movie, and the guy said first down, but it was dubbed over for fourth down.
Good catch. I did not see that.
Because I guess they just didn't want to film that again.
Yeah, well, yeah, you only got so much time. They spent $15 million on this thing. A lot of it was on face paint. My third character, I almost went Lattimer, but I wanted to do Duane Davis.
Yeah.
He's Alvin Mack. He's the middle linebacker. I don't think it's the most important role, but he was just so good.
Yeah, he was.
Like he's huge. He's super intense. He has a couple like serious moments. He gets hurt, and so he's not going to go pro, and he's like sitting back in his like I guess his mom's like kind of like clapboard house. And
yeah, dude. So wait, if you get hurt, you don't get to go on the sidelines anymore, or?
I'm sure he could have. I mean, the game was at home, but I guess maybe he wasn't healthy enough to stand up. Like usually when someone gets, but actually I kind of like that. Like in real life, yes, he could have been there, but I like that normally what happens in the sports movie is someone gets hurt and then they come and encourage the team before the last game and they're on the sidelines and they're helping the coaching staff and they're like shouting out people and they're an important part of the victory. And
right.
I liked what this movie did, which is like this guy got hurt and no one even visited him. He just went home and was listening to the games on the radio.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah. So, like, I'm sure that, I mean, I played football with guys who got hurt and I still hung out with them, but I wasn't, like, going to be an NFL draft pick, so I don't know.
Right.
Obviously, the football we played was more like backyard football than, like,
right.
LSU football because
Yeah.
it was a tiny school.
Yeah.
But I liked that they did that, and he was really good. Also, like, I found that Duane Davis, who, by the way, I think is he our first 3-time actor? Because he's in
Necessary
Under Siege.
He's in Under
Necessary
Siege.
Yeah. Don't throw it to Stonehands, and he's in Necessary Roughness.
Don't throw it to Stonehands.
Yeah, Under Siege and I'm like, dude, is he our first 3-time actor? I'm not sure.
That's great.
Kristy Swanson, we got a bunch of 2-time. Sheffer, Kristy Swanson. We've seen Joey Lauren Adams was in Dazed and Confused.
Yeah.
Very briefly. But anyway, also Duane Davis said he based Alvin Mack on Derek Brooks, which is fantastic.
Nice.
Because Derek Brooks was an absolute maniac.
Yeah, he's a bad man.
And I wanted to say that Duane Davis, his dad was a Hall of Fame defensive end, Willie Davis.
Ooh.
Duane played college football for Missouri until he broke his leg. And then his son is in the NFL right now. He's Wyatt Davis.
Dang, that's pretty nice. I had no
That's
idea.
pretty awesome. This dude's like a legit football player.
When he was like talking about how he's 250 pounds, I was like, wait a second, he's playing defense. That doesn't sound like that's big enough. But then I looked it up. Most linebackers, like,
oh yeah, dude. Derek Brooks was in 200. They're like 200, 220 pounds.
Yeah,
like, there are some like huge, massive,
right?
Like
Vaughn
most
Johnson.
of them are like like 220, 230.
I try to think of who my pick would be for like best linebacker ever, and I pick like Lawrence Taylor. So then you look him up. Even in his peak, he was like 6'2", 6'3", probably 240 maybe. So like that's probably right on par. I was just thinking 250 was too small to play defense, but
well, I think Alvin Mack was a middle linebacker. Lawrence Taylor was a kind of really
edge
defensive
rusher.
end, outside backer, like kind of combo. So you maybe be bigger, but you're still talking about like a Ray Lewis, like Dick Butkus.
Yeah.
You know, like those guys were not huge. I mean, there are some huge middle linebackers, but yeah, I think that like Ray Lewis was an undersized middle linebacker. He was like, I think 220 pounds, something like that.
Yeah, he laid the wood though.
Point is that you and I are both way too big to play that position.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was trying to get to see if I can still maybe make it happen.
Oh man, I would be, even if I was an amazing kicker, that would be too much work for me. I would tear a groin trying to warm up.
Oh, that's great. A kicker, the lonesome
James
kicker.
Caan as Coach Winters was really good. He didn't make it into the.
He didn't make it
but
for
he did a
me.
good
I didn't
job.
like his voice. I don't know why he did his voice like that, or if that's what he always
seemed
talks
like-
like.
He seemed like he was doing a lot of like exasperated Nick Nolte. God damn it, Chewbacca.
Yeah.
Like he was exasperated a lot.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I just didn't like it. I don't know. And he has this thing with his right ring finger where it goes down towards his palm when he talks. And I didn't like that. Also, I felt bad for the people that took the time to mix the Gatorade, put it in the little cups and have it on the table. And they came in at halftime and he lost his mind and flipped the whole table over.
But he made the backup quarterback clean it up. He's like, Collins, get him up.
Bobby
Clean his
Collins.
mess up.
I love Bobby
Also,
Collins. He's one of my favorite comedians. My dog. I love my dog.
My dog.
Salsa
Can I have
sauce.
some salsa sauce? Also, that floor was carpet. You can't be mopping up the carpet.
Not with a towel like he threw to Bobby Collins. Speaking of which, wait, real fast, Bobby. Before I forget this, because I just thought of it. Bobby Collins cheated on his test by having his girlfriend, who was James Caan's daughter,
the coach's daughter,
take the test. And she was going to show up and try to pretend her name was Bobby. I'm like, that would have. I was like, that never would have worked. That's a boy's name. But then I realized who's playing that, and her name is Joey. So I guess that could have worked.
The funny thing about that is that I have this in my bonus stuff. All of the crazy football stories from this movie actually really happened. So like the backup quarterback hooking up with the coach's daughter, that actually happened at University of Colorado. Lattimer is based on a player from South Carolina. Sports Illustrated wrote about this guy, like the headbutting the car window and everything. That all actually happened.
That's crazy.
Like the backup quarterback getting kicked out of school because the coach's daughter's cheating on the test for him. Like that really happened. Kane going the quarterback going to rehab and the backup being reinstated. That happened at Penn State. Like all of this stuff really happened. I mean, not all at one school, obviously, but like in college football around this time.
So when I'm reading about the other writer, the Aaron Latham guy, he was a contributor for like, Rolling Stone and New York Times and stuff like that. He wrote an article, and that's what inspired the movie Urban Cowboy. And it says another article inspired this. So is that one of the articles? Like he probably wrote one of those articles, that talked about.
Yeah, probably so. Like had all the like wild stories that David S. Ward then took and put into this movie.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Which is perfect because we're at the writer, director, actor stuff. David S. Ward, writer, director, we already talked about. Wrote Sleepless in Seattle, did Major League, directs Major League 2. Wrote this movie with Aaron Latham, who was a journalist And then some of his articles got turned into movies, which he had some part in writing, and I don't know how much.
Yeah, well, he
like
wrote
when people work together on stuff. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, but. I never know how that works either. By the way, you mentioned that he directed Major League 2. He wasn't involved in Major League 3, but he is on board for 4. Which
but 4's been in development for like 11 years. So
yeah.
I don't think that's happening.
Oh, come on, though, man! Bring back Wild Thing.
That would be hard to insure Charlie Sheen for a movie, I think, anymore. Yeah. So, and that's really all the writers and directors. It's that one guy. But like I said, almost all the characters and storylines are based on real stuff that happened at real college programs, like around this time in the early 90s, late 80s.
Yeah.
They had a hard time finding the school to shoot the movie at because it had a reputation like it was going to make college football not look good.
Right.
Which I guess when it's realistic and that makes it not look good, that means that's it bad. Really doesn't look good.
Right. That means it's not good.
But like they ended up filming it at South Carolina, University of South Carolina. And then there's some funny stuff like Michigan wouldn't let them use Michigan as an opponent in the movie unless Michigan won the game in the movie.
Oh man, that's ridiculous.
Like there's some schools like Georgia Tech and Mississippi State that didn't care, but Michigan's like you can't use Michigan in the movie unless Michigan wins. God, this is why people don't like people that like schools.
Speaking of Mississippi State, when he's riding the motorbike and she's on the back, that was actually them riding it.
Yeah.
Like, you know how sometimes it'll be like a lower shot where you can't see they're on a truck? They were actually riding that.
You're talking about early on when they're on the road, they're going slow, and then they start to go, like, not the stunt riding parts.
No, not that.
Yeah.
And not to sound like Jonas, but they did change the bike tires halfway through to
they definitely
dirt
did because they were all knobbly. Dude, but it was also really them riding the bike when she got on the bike, like in the college quad, and he rode down the sidewalk.
I saw that. That's what I'm saying. Like that was weird to me that they would let a 33-year-old junior that's been redshirted that many times drive her around. That's not good. Second thing is they played If You Don't Know Me By Now, Teddy Pendergrass singing with Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes.
Good soundtrack.
It was a good soundtrack. I'm glad Simply Red redid it, though, because it's a way better version.
I know. I like the Simply Red version better, too.
Just wanted to mention that.
My first worst is right back to the motorcycle. He tricks Kristy Swanson into going on a date with him, which I guess is how you did it in the 90s.
You gotta.
And then she gets on the motorcycle after making it clear that she didn't want to get on the motorcycle, and she promised her dad she wouldn't get on a motorcycle. And he guilts her into it. And he's like, no crazy stuff, don't go fast. And then he starts driving like a freaking maniac, and he's like goes into the quarry, and he's like wheeling around, and he's shooting gravel out the side, and he's like jumping off the hill.
Up stuff, yeah.
That's a super shitty thing to do, and she should have never talked to him again.
Yeah, but I mean, you saw his hair. You gotta.
He has good hair. He has great hair. He still has good hair. You look at him on Wikipedia. He's still got good hair. But yeah, that's a super shitty thing to do to a date. She doesn't want to get on the motorcycle. You trick her into it, and then you start driving like a jackass.
Yeah, I agreed. I didn't like that. One of the worst that I had that I haven't talked about yet is the last play took 76 seconds from the whistle to the snap, and then he did a tuck rule thing and fumbled it, but then picked it up and ran with it.
Yeah, but you're talking about 10 years before there's a tuck rule.
Right. I'm saying he wouldn't get it now. If he was getting hit now while that happened, they would definitely call it a pass.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just, the fact that it took 76 seconds, that's, again, we talked about it when we said baseball's okay and not football. You got more time between pitches if you need it.
Yeah, well, a lot of it's in slow motion. But yes, it's not like that took 76 seconds of full speed real time. It was slow-mo, multiple camera angles, repeating stuff.
No. I'm talking about they blow the whistle and then they're walking back to the huddle and James Caan's grabbing a guy and then sending him out there with the play. And then they walk out there and they're putting the women and children to bed and they're taking them and they're going to look for dinner and letting paramedics sort them out. And they're walking out and they're looking and they're audibling and they're showing people in the crowd. And I'm like, what the hell? Let's go, snap the ball. Did the guy not do the thing where he swings his arm and starts the clock? What's the deal?
Oh, man.
So it took 76 seconds.
That's fantastic. The stunt double quarterback that did that throw, because they actually did that during the halftime of, I think, South Carolina and Tennessee game.
Oh, nice.
They came out, they filmed that. They had to do it during the halftime of the game, so they only had so many chances to do it.
Right. And they took 76 seconds to get all that. No, I'm just joking.
Well, that part was important, obviously. But yeah, no, the guy rolled out, and then when he drops the football, he he actually dropped it. He wasn't supposed to.
He wasn't supposed to drop it. Nice.
So like the slow motion of him running to get the football as it bounces and it bounces back into his hands and he throws it, that was not scripted. That was just like a happy accident.
Cool. That's pretty cool.
And then he throws it to freaking Omar Epps. And Omar Epps actually did. It wasn't him. It wasn't a stuntman. It was him. He jumps up and catches it like drama school Omar Epps, but just happened to hit him right in the belly.
Nice.
And it's like all that stuff happened live, unscripted, and that was the one we used.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah. I don't have any other really worst, unless we want to go to worst effects. I have a couple of those.
Well, we talked about the attempted rape and the sexual assault by the roid raging Lattimer. I'm going to hit that again. And worst, obviously, because that guy should not only not be allowed to play football anymore, but he should be in prison.
Right. Great.
I already talked about the Heisman finalist lives in the dorm. That was weird to me.
Yeah. Wait, I do want to talk about that for a second too. When he was talking on the phone, which was an old phone that he had a candle in a bottle like it was on an Italian restaurant sitting on his nightstand. And I don't understand that. Like, why?
I don't know. Lattimer, can you just flush anything that fits down the toilet?
No, I put that down too, down here at the bottom.
Like he had to, when he gave up his steroids, like and I know you like dump your drugs down the toilet. That's the thing people do in movies, but usually it's like pills. Or
he
like
put syringes
powders,
and
like,
everything.
He put full-on syringes. He put glass bottles. And just whoosh, away it all goes. Drugs gone forever. We fixed that problem. It's like, dude, don't you have a trash can?
Yeah. Yeah, but then you could find it in the trash can. If it's in the toilet, they'll never find it until it's until it's stopped up right at the bottom of the toilet where you shit. I'm sure 11 times a day because that guy was as big as a rhinoceros. How big? How long before you don't test positive for steroids? Do you know?
I don't know. Do you know?
Yeah, I do. Urine test 14 days. If you take it by mouth, if you inject it, it can be detected up for a month.
Nice. So that dumping it down the toilet is not going to get him ready for the next game.
Not going to get ready. But you know what? If you put the bladder full of clean urine, that also doesn't work.
Okay.
People still do that, by the way.
Because you'll still, of course they do. Because you'll still have some like regular urine in there. And
your bladder never all the way empties out. So it's your urine in there too.
The other one that I had was, we talked about it briefly, but can you run a high-level college program with 3 coaches, head coach, offense, and defensive coordinators?
That's all you need.
I was curious about this, so I went and looked it up. LSU in 1993 was 5-6. You guess how many coaches they had on their coaching staff?
20.
10.
Jesus.
Do you know who was the head coach in 1993?
Don't tell me. Gennardo. No, what's his name?
No, before Gennardo. Curly Hallman.
Curly Hallman. Who was the quarterback? Tommy Hotson? I don't know any of these people.
Jamie Howard. Guess who's the wide receiver on this 93 team?
Eric Martin.
You're gonna be so mad you didn't get this. Eddie Kinnison.
Eddie Kinnison. I remember him. All right.
And guess who the tight end is?
John Tice.
David LaFleur.
Who?
David LaFleur.
No, I don't remember him.
You don't remember him? He played for the Cowboys.
The Cowboys?
And Kevin Mawai was the center who played in the pros for like 16 years.
I got nothing. Only thing I looked up is because he was going to win the Heisman. I wanted to see who actually won the Heisman in 93. Do you know who won?
No.
He didn't get drafted. He was one of the only guys to not.
Oh, Charlie Ward.
Florida
State.
Yeah. Ended up playing for the Knicks.
Played for the Knicks. Yeah. But yeah, dude, LSU's 5-6 and has 10 coaches. And this bowl eligible team somehow only has 3 coaches.
That's pretty awesome.
I want to take you on a quick stroll down memory lane through the Curly Hallman era LSU teams.
Dude, I don't remember Curly Hallman. Did you ever get Charlie Ward confused with Andre Ware?
No.
Do you remember Andre Ware?
Yeah.
Played for Houston and had like 1,000 million yards a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he won the Heisman also. I used to get those confused. I just didn't know if you did also.
All right, you got FX or...
Yeah, two things. The voiceover smack talk that we talked about, I hate it. I hated it. It was so not good.
I know. That was bad.
I didn't like it. Also, the ESU bus that pulls up and drops off Omar Epps needs brakes bad. I don't know if they were trying to make it sound like a bus braking, but every time it happened, it was bad. And the amount of penalties. Friggin' Stonehands got hurt on a crackback block. Was that not a thing back then? Could you crack back? Because, like, they even said, like, on the long, like, punt return that Omar Epps had, he was like, oh, beautiful crackback block at the 30-yard line. Then I started thinking, like, I thought those were illegal, or is that only illegal now?
Well, I don't. It is illegal now, but I think even now between the tackles, it's legal. I think it's only outside in the open field that it's illegal.
I got you. Nice.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got hurt on a legal play. The weird thing to me is that I guess maybe in '93, like he broke his leg or something, but like that wouldn't be a career-ending injury now.
No.
Maybe it would have been 30 years ago.
I don't know. That shit was pointing the wrong way when he was laying on the field, though.
Yeah, dude, it totally was. But who's the Miami running back that got his shit like totally destroyed? And then Willis McGahee?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah,
he played for the Bills.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying in college, Miami Hurricanes.
Miami Hurricanes.
Like his shit got absolutely destroyed, and then he played, for like 10 years in the
Nice.
NFL. But anyway.
Yeah. Medicine's better than it was in '93.
Yeah, we know more about knees. So, 5 questions. Is it okay for kids? Definitely not.
No, it's not.
It's R-rated.
It's all right. I didn't. Oh, dude, I put it at the bottom and I didn't even see it. They gave him Omar Epps $50 per game. And then Stonehand said, you can't live off no $500 a month scholarship. And then he said, they get $3 million just for going to a bowl game. So I decided to look up the Duke's Mayo Bowl. How much do you think the teams get for that?
You mean now?
Yeah, now.
I don't know, like $15 million?
Jesus Christ, no. 4.7.
Dude, I don't know.
Yeah, 4.7.
I don't even know if the Duke's Mayo Bowl game is like a big bowl game or a shitty, like what's the one that I always
The
use as an
Pop-Tarts
example
Bowl.
of like, the Pop-Tarts Bowl or like the Weed Whacker Bowl.
Yeah, there's definitely a Weed Whacker Bowl. I didn't realize that $3 million, if they get $3 million for a bowl game back then, that was actually not that different from now.
But I wonder if back then they used to keep, because right now I think if you go to a bowl game, the money's split between the entire conference.
Right.
But I wonder if
It
back
is.
then the school actually got to keep it all.
Well, no, actually, so each conference gets $300,000 for each school that meets the academic performance and is bowl eligible. So then the
nice.
Power 5 conferences, they split the $74 million between all of the schools. And then they get like, $2.7 million just for travel expenses if they have to travel. Or they get an additional $4 million if they are part of a different conference. It's ridiculous. There's so much money.
I can't imagine the travel. Like, $3 million for travel. It's like, where are we going? Are we taking a space shuttle?
Yeah. Or like when the LSU plays at the Sugar Bowl and they're like, we got to drive all the way to New Orleans. We need $2.75 million. Give it to me right now. That's crazy.
Yeah, I feel like I could make my whole house float for less than that.
In water?
No, just hover above the air with big giant fans underneath it.
Nice. No kids for me. No, you can't let the kids watch it. Too dirty.
Yeah. Would this movie get made if it were pitched now? Yeah, sure, why not?
I bet because I think the whole thing about them dealing with the fame is still a problem, but the money part's changed.
Yeah, well, and like Friday Night Lights is not that different from this, the TV show, not the movie, and that
Right.
ran not that long ago.
Yeah.
But it was like they were freaking murdering people in that show. So.
Yeah, I could see both
yes.
TV and movie actually.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you do any recasting?
So the James Caan, the person who is the same age as him, because that's how I do it, Omar Epps.
Yes.
So he should be the coach.
52.
Halle Berry should be Zendaya. Omar Epps should be played by Hudson Yang from Fresh Off the Boat. Joe Kane should be Ice Cube's son, O'Shea Jackson Jr., and Kristy Swanson should be Meg Donnelly from the Zombies movies that my daughter loves.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I like that.
It's a little diversification for you.
Yeah. Well, this movie was actually pretty diverse.
Yeah, it was.
I think because they actually wanted people who could look like they played sports. So we actually got a whole bunch of people, not just like, here's 7 drama kids.
Right.
And the ages were pretty close too. Like Joe Kane was way off. He's 33, but everyone else I looked
Everybody
at
else
was
was
20, 22,
early
23.
20s.
Like they're in the right.
Yeah,
they're in the right range.
They fit.
Can you still watch and enjoy this movie in 2023? I like it. I actually think it's pretty tight and it's enjoyable. I'm not going to watch it a whole bunch of times after this, but I
That's
enjoyed
what
it.
I was gonna. That's how I try to rate it. Like, will I watch it? I will delete it off of Plex because if I want to be able to watch it, I can. But you know how I roll. I'll probably never watch this one again unless somebody asks me.
Yeah. It's all right. It's okay. It's not streaming anywhere. You got to pay for it on Amazon Prime like I did, or you can watch the entire thing on YouTube that someone clearly like ripped from a DVD.
Yeah.
And if you do watch it on YouTube, you should check out the comments where people are arguing about when the tuck rule started. Because the first
I can see
7
that.
comments are like, here's all the things that suck about this movie. And I was like, is this Jonas? I got to check the screen name. But it wasn't.
Nice.
Anyway, check out Patreon if you want bonus content or if you want to support the arts. $5 a month gets you all the bonus movies. Next Patreon movie will be Uncle Buck. Next regular feed,
Yeah, you saw what it was?
Tombstone.
Dude, just in time for National Cowboy
Time
Day.
for National Cowboy Day. I love Tombstone. I can't wait.
Dude, it's been a while since I've seen it. I can't wait to watch it.
Oh, man.
I loved it.
And Val Kilmer is so good. And I'm very
Yeah,
excited.
it's going to be good. Can't wait to
All
watch
of
it.
you
And Uncle
kiss my
Buck.
rebel dick. He's cooking our garbage. Yeah. All right.
Anything
No,
else?
Thanks for listening. Bye,
All
con
right.
dias.
Let's put the women and children to bed and go looking for dinner.
Yes, let's do that.
Bye, I can do it.
Thanks for listening to Movie Life Crisis. Please subscribe, rate, and review. And remember, don't drive angry.